This episode is based on publicly available records, filings, and statements. What follows is analysis and commentary, not a declaration of proven fact. Everyone discussed is presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Reid Hyken's federal lawsuit contains 4 separate counts, 4 different claims, 4 different ways the complaint says his rights were violated. And today, we start with count 1. Not because it's the loudest, not because it's the most dramatic, but because it's the claim that shapes everything that follows. Count 1 is First Amendment retaliation, and when you compare it to cases federal courts normally see under that label, the differences aren't subtle, they're structural. This is Delta Deep Dive, and today we go over count 1 and why it doesn't fit the pattern. Federal courts recognize 3 major categories for First Amendment retaliation. Reid's case fits none of them. Category 1, protest and confrontation. These are the cases where someone is protesting, recording police, confronting officials, or chanting in the street. The police respond with arrest or force. Cases like Lawsman versus Riviera Beach, a protester arrested at a city meeting. Neves versus Bartlett, confrontation during a protest, leading to arrest. Pattern, a heated moment, a confrontation, a retaliatory arrest. Reid wasn't protesting. He wasn't confronting anyone. He wasn't yelling, chanting, or obstructing. He was documenting a residency issue, taking photos from public property, reporting a suspected perjury to the Michigan State Police, speaking at meetings, writing letters to the editor, and posting political criticism online. This is oversight, not confrontation. Category 2, public employee retaliation. These cases involve government workers punished for speaking out. The Supreme Court's Mount Healthy decision created the motivating factor test used in these cases. Pattern, employee speaks, employer retaliates, discipline, firing, demotion. Reid isn't an employee. He's a private citizen. Category 3, citizen criticism. These cases involve citizens criticizing officials and facing retaliation like permit denials, police calls, selective enforcement, social media blocking. A recent example is Gonzalez versus Trevino, where a city councilwoman alleged she was arrested in retaliation for political activity. Pattern, citizen criticizes, official retaliates, minor charges or administrative penalties. Reid's case is far more severe. The lawsuit alleges something federal courts almost never see. 1. Reid engaged in multiple forms of protected political activity. The complaint lists them explicitly: supporting Commissioner David Moyle, criticizing Kelly publicly, speaking at commission meetings, writing letters to the editor, posting political criticism, reporting suspected perjury to the MSP, documenting evidence from public property. These are core First Amendment rights. Political speech, petitioning the government, public participation. 2. The alleged retaliation was a criminal charge, not a citation, not a permit denial. Federal law treats retaliatory prosecution as one of the most serious forms of retaliation. In Hartman v. Moore, the Supreme Court held that retaliatory prosecution requires showing lack of probable cause. Reid's lawsuit alleges exactly that. The stalking charge lacked probable cause. The detective knew Reid's conduct was political. The charge was pursued anyway. This is not a zoning dispute. This is not a parking ticket. This is a criminal charge. 3. The alleged motive was political advantage. This is where the case became unprecedented. According to the complaint, the stalking charge was used to silence Reid, block him from meetings, suppress his online speech, bolster her political campaign, influence a recall effort, discredit her opponent's supporters. No federal case in search results involves a criminal charge used as campaign leverage. 4. The alleged retaliation involved coordination between a political candidate and police leadership. Federal cases typically involve police acting alone, employers acting alone, officials acting alone. Reid's complaint alleges coordination between a political candidate, the director of public safety, a detective, the city of Escanaba. This multi-actor political law enforcement structure does not appear in any federal case identified in the search. When you compare Reid's case to the federal patterns, the differences are stark. No case involves a private citizen documenting a residency issue and then being charged with stalking for it. No case involves a political candidate selecting the criminal charge option from a police official's email menu. No case involves a criminal charge used to silence political criticism and influence an election. No case involves a private citizen's political speech leading to months of bond restrictions, GPS tethering, and social media bans. No case involves a public official allegedly leveraging a criminal charge as campaign messaging. This combination does not appear in any federal First Amendment retaliation case located in the search. Not in Michigan, not in the Sixth Circuit, not nationally. Here's the cleanest way to understand the structure of the allegations. It would be like a citizen criticizing a public official, reporting suspected wrongdoing, gathering evidence, and then being criminally charged because of that criticism. That is the essence of Count 1, and that structure does not appear in any other federal case. So in closing, Count 1 is the foundation. It explains the why behind everything that follows: the charge, the bond conditions, the PPO attempts, the public posts, the political fallout. And now that we've broken down Count 1, Episode 21 moves to the next piece of the lawsuit, Count 2, malicious prosecution. This has been Delta Deep Dive. Follow for more.